Good, what is it, morning, afternoon, whatever, no, morning I think. Good morning. I want to discuss a little topic which is very important, and I'm writing some songs about it. Yeah, I'm writing some songs, you're going to hear it later on. Yeah. So, it's about Jesus and the law, and Paul, and what he says about the law. Is Jesus the end of the law? Well, in previous movies, I told you that Jesus said, well, the heaven and the earth will sooner pass, be destroyed, than the law, than the tiniest detail of the law. So, and Jesus was teaching the law, the laws of Moses, and deepening it. Thou shalt not kill. No, said Jesus, don't even get angry, because killing starts with getting angry. Don't divorce. No, don't look even at a woman with lust in your heart, because divorce starts with looking at other people from the opposite sex. Things like that. So no, the law is still applicable, but it is the end of the law, as Paul says it, that you can be justified going into heaven because of doing the law. That's the end of the law. But we, as believing people in God, still have to do our best to perform the law as good as we can. So it's the end of the law, and it's not the end of the law. It seems contradictory, but it's not. It's the end of the law in the sense that you can go to heaven because of it. Yeah, saying, I deserve to go to heaven. Look how good I am in performing the law. Sorry, that's not applicable anymore, because you will fail. I will fail. And but it's not the end of the law that you have to, as good as possible, still have to do it. And then for the rest, where you fail to doing the law, then you have the mercy of Jesus. So Jesus completes your failures. And if you confess your sins in breaking the law, then you have to confess them to Jesus, and then Jesus says, okay, I'm glad you're honest, and then you are justified by the mercy of Jesus. So yes, the law is still applicable, and it's the end of the law by getting into heaven by doing the law, and it's the mercy of Jesus Christ over the law that brings you into heaven if you believe Jesus and do according to what he says. And so yes, it's the end of the law. No, it's not the end of the law. But in those two senses. So Paul and Jesus are not contradictory. Where Paul says it's the end of the law, he means it's the end of the law in being justified, getting into heaven, doing the law. That's the end of it. In that sense, it's the end of the law. And Jesus is the mercy over the law, where you and I fail. But yeah, you have to be honest, confess your sins in breaking the law. I broke the law many, I stopped counting times over the law. So, and I confess that. I say, Lord, please forgive me for breaking your laws. I mean, if I, for example, not wearing a beard, actually I should wear a beard, for example. And more things like that. Yeah, well, this is actually a very short message, but yeah, it's the end of the law, but also not the end of the law. I hope you understand what I mean. So I advise you. I put that with an emphasis. I advise you. I'm not going to say you must, but I advise you to do as good as you can. Do the law, and the law is very. There are lots of rules. And well, study the law. You can find them in the 5 books of Moses. Study the law. It's important, and try to keep as good as you can. And for the rest, ask forgiveness where you fail. And yeah, well, yeah, confess the things you do wrong, but try to do as good as you can. And for the rest, it's the mercy of Jesus that applies upon it. So yes, it's the end of the law. No, it's not the end of the law. At the same time, seems contradictory, but it's not. if you understand it, why and how it's meant. Okay, hasta la vista.